Hey there, home theater fans. Todd Anderson with AV Nirvana, and we are here live in Denver, Colorado, wrapping up the show with one of our favorites, Storm Audio. This is Gary Blouse.
How you doing, Todd?
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
So we are looking at this little beauty right here. This is the ISR Fusion 20.
That's correct.
Let us know what's going on with this, because you guys teased this last year at CEDIA.
That's correct.
Now we're at CEDIA 23. And we're really close to seeing it, right?
Yep, and now we've got an operational unit. The unit will be shipping by the end of the month. This is, of course, our new ISR Fusion 20. This is kind of a game changer in that we're combining our expertise in processing and amplification in a single box for the first time. The processor is a 20-channel processor, but it has 16 amp channels on board.
Wow!
So you can do a pretty large system, a 946 system, all in a 4-rack space high device.
What kind of power is coming out in those 16 channels?
Good question. So we're using the B&O ICE modules, and they are able to output 150 watts times 16 channels. Now, also the amplifier has one other kind of cool aspect to it. You know, many times in theaters you'll have really big front speakers, and they really can take much more power than 150 watts. So what we do is we give you the ability to take 6 of those channels and bridge it to get up to 500 watts for those 3 channels.
Wow.
So 500 times 3 and 10 by 150.
Lots of flexibility then.
Yes, absolutely. And then you still have preamp outputs for subwoofers, up to 4 of those. And it's pretty much like any of our other products. It has all of those calibration tools, which really make the unit able to factor that room out of the equation.
Right.
That's what really brings the magic to the system.
And this, okay, so sub-wise, 4 individual outputs, correct, for that sub-channel?
That's correct. You could use the amplified channels as well for subs, but we usually anticipate most people using a preamp or a line, preamp output.
Right, powered subs.
That's correct.
Right on. And of course, what we experienced over in your incredible sound booth, which I loved this year, this has Dirac art on it.
Yes,
correct?
it does. Yes, it does.
And that's going to be shipping on this unit.
That's correct. So this unit will get a few first. The active ring treatment, of course, will be on board, but also this will be the first one we start shipping our HDMI 2.1 card that'll actually be installed in the unit. So again, we're pretty excited about that as well.
Okay, so what's the deal with the HDMI 2.1 card for existing customers?
So the best news is once we start actually shipping it in this product, it will be available shortly after that to be as an upgrade for our existing customers. So if you have your Mark 1 platform or a Mark 2 platform or even a current Mark 3, you'll be able to upgrade to HDMI 2.1 if needed.
And 2.1, I'm assuming you guys have tested the daylights out of this thing. It's ready to roll.
We have, and we had, if you've been asking, you've noticed we've been delaying it because we really are pretty picky about how well it performs. And we've been making tweak after tweak after tweak, and we're finally to the point where it's right there to the edge, and it will be available pretty soon.
Right, and early on when there were some manufacturers that put it out there a year or two ago, and where they really tripped up on it.
Yes.
And I don't think it was really needed at that time anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, right now, there aren't a lot of outboard sources that use that technology, with the exception of a couple of gaming consoles. That's really about it. But, again, to keep up with the current, state of technology, we're going to go ahead and launch the card, but it had to meet our height standards before we did that.
Okay, and Onboard for immersive processing, we have Oro Technologies is on here still.
That's correct. Yeah, version 2 of that codec, DTSX Pro, and of course Dolby Atmos, of course.
Right. Yeah, and don't sleep on Oro. A lot of people say, Oro. There's no content out there, but the upmixing on Oro is just phenomenal, in my opinion. I don't know how you feel about it.
Totally agree. Honestly, it is my favorite upmixer as well. Yeah. I think it really gives you an immersive experience, no matter what the content has. Honestly, even some, I've used it for 2-channel content, and it actually still gives you the sense of immersiveness.
Yeah, and you can control how much of the Oro effect
happens.
That's going on in your room, right? So
absolutely, you have that adjustability with the version 2, and that's really what it really gives you control over it as well.
Okay, so and Not sure if you can see it there, but you have a beautiful award.
Yes. So we were nominated for the CEDIA Best Hardware Award. We were finalists with actually 2 products, the Evo and the Fusion. But last night we were at the awards ceremony and the Fusion won. So again, we were happy to take home another award from CEDIA for the ISR Fusion 20.
That's really great. And how can someone track one of these down when they become available in the next month or so?
Just best thing to do is reach out to your dealer. Or reach out to us. We'll tell you. We'll get you in touch with a dealer. They will be available. You know, we have a back order list. So again, you know, the first units will definitely go to the back orders, but we'll have quantities of these going into October. So again, just reach out to your dealer, and we'll help you get one into your system.
Awesome. Gary, thanks for hanging out with us for a few minutes.
All right.
Congratulations on the award, well deserved.
All right.
And cannot wait to see what you guys have cooking up for next year.
Sounds good. Thanks, Todd.
All right, folks, that's all I have for you from CEDIA. I think this is a wrap for the entire show. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll have more content for you coming up.